And thank you very much, guys. It's another day. We thank God for making us to see this day. Indeed, we shall not take it for granted. Um, it's just yesterday I posted a video and I was talking about the abduction and several other issues. And I have felt that it is good even today I come and speak about civic education. One of the things that I would like us to highlight or to talk about today is about the civic education. I believe that we are in a situation whereby we need and we truly need this civic education in the society so that the members of the society may be aware of their rights, their democratic right and fundamental freedom, and what they should be doing to make sure that they are safeguarding that, because we also have social and economic and social rights, and that is a constitutional requirement. It is in the law. So we are going to talk about that. It is good, as I said yesterday, we continue with this kind of talks. Once you feel you have something to share, come out and share with other people so that we start to know what we don't know. We engage with people, we tell them what is right, what is wrong, what we are supposed to do, where do we have to fix, those kind of things. We bring this civic education to the public to bring what we call public awareness on matters, leadership, legal process, and those kind of things, and also politics, or in a political class, because you can't talk about leadership minus politics. So when you talk about leadership, you must do politics. When you talk about legal process, politics is mentioned there, and that is why we have we are supposed to come together to engage ourselves into this kind of talks so that we create that public awareness about their social and economical rights, their political rights, their democratic and fundamental freedoms, those kind of things, so that the public may be aware of it. Before going to that topic, I think I have something that I would like to share with you, and this is about the civic education, the entire context of it itself, because we have seen several people coming out trying to do this civic education, but what is their interest or what is their purpose into this? Once they come here, they definitely come here for their own self-interest. This is what I talked about yesterday, and they start doing a very good job to bring that, to highlight important issues to the public. And now once they get, or they gain popularity and they start to make money from that, then they forget what transpired to whatever they were doing. And I believe we need a spirit of how do we call, there is a name here I'm trying to look, a spirit of gentleism, and also patriotism. Without that spirit of patriotism, then we will be doing nothing. And we must be honest to ourselves. Once we come and do things for popularity, or for the sake of gaining public popularity, and we forget about the public interest, then to me I think that is wrong, and we must reconnect that area. So that is why I'm urging Kenyans, and I'm urging good people to join hands in truth and spirit, and come out together and work together, collaborate together, assist each other to ensure that we are saving this nation. Because once this nation is saved, once we have what we call conducive environment for business, every one of us, we will enjoy that. Once we have job opportunities in the nation, everybody will be a beneficiary of the same. Once we have a security environment, a peaceful and secured environment for the living, then everybody will be a benefit of that. But once we have a toxic environment, all of us, we are victims. Like, for instance, when you see these cases of abduction, today it is someone else who has been abducted, tomorrow it will be me or you. If we cannot come out very clearly and talk about this and insist for this government and the administration to change what they are doing, then we are the victims. So we don't have to be the victims, yet we have knowledge. I believe Kenyans, we are learned. I believe Kenyans, we are more informed, and I believe also we are more intelligent, and we can change this society. For me, I believe in changes, and I think we have a very great opportunity to start this journey as from now and change this nation forever and ever. We must change it for the benefit of our generation that we are here present, the present generation, and also the future generation. Before we collapse as a nation, we need, and we truly need, to talk about these issues. So in that spirit, as I said yesterday, and I will keep on saying it day in, day out, that we need to bring our little knowledge on the table and speak on these issues. So we must do what we call civic education. Civic education, it doesn't matter that you must be a learned person. Even if you are not learned, as long as you have a little knowledge, you know something that you can share with the people and help the people in terms of leadership, in terms of good governance, in terms of accountability, in terms of transparency, and those kind of you just bring it, you share with us, you tell us, no, I think in this and this and this we are doing wrong, let us change to this one. Or maybe if you have been able to read the constitution, you can just come up with some constitutional provisions or articles that you point out to us, and you tell us, no, go and read this constitution, it says this and this and this, and that we start to discuss about that. Meanwhile, when we are doing this education. And also I told you that go out there, collect people, 2 or 3 people, bring them together, tell them about this information, tell them about this gospel, preach for them about this issue, and indeed and truly we will change this nation. So without further ado, I would like to point some constitutional articles, but before I point out some constitutional article, I think there is one article there is a part that is part of the constitution that ever in my videos I'll never leave them out, which is Article 1, 2, and 3. And just quickly to point out some of those articles, that which is Article 1, 2, and 3. I'll just run because for the interest of time, so that we may be able to continue with other articles. And I'll read out Article 1 to you as I did yesterday, and I will also keep on doing it, because in this article, actually Article 1 of the Kenyan Constitution, it is one of the powerful and most strongest article in the Constitution, and is one of the most important article to have it in your mind. Article 1 says that all sovereign power belong to the people of Kenya and shall be exercised only in accordance with this constitution. And Article 2 goes on and say the people may exercise their sovereign power either directly or through their democratic elected representative. That is Article 2. Now, moving to Article 3, sovereign power under this constitution is delegated to the following state organs, which shall perform their functions in accordance with this constitution. A. Parliament and the legislative assemblies in the county governments. B. The national executive and the executive structures in the county government. And C. The judiciary and independent tribunals. Those are constitutional requirements. That in Article 1, the sovereign power belongs to the people. So you are the people, you owe power. You are the final say in this constitution. So all sovereign power belong to you and shall be exercised only in accordance with this constitution. And as much as we owe power, then we must go through this constitution to exercise our power. And now, some of the constitutional articles that I'd like to add on today's topic, it is Article 26. And that one I'll just point out for you to go and read. I'll not be able to read that today. In Article 26, it talks about the right to life. You'll go and further read for more information. And also Article 27, which is one of the also most important articles, and actually I'll just try to demonstrate on this. Article 27 talks about equality, freedom from discrimination. Equality and freedom from discrimination. This article, it is more important that all Kenyans are equal. There is no need to discriminate any other person, maybe because of tribals, because of their political class, because of their numbers, because maybe they are marginalized community. Every Kenyans are equal and shall be treated equally. And therefore, even though you are supporting the opposition or the government, we all must be treated equally according to the spirit of this article. And actually, I will also find time to read out the entire article and now start to talk about it, or to analyze it. Another article that I feel we must talk about, it is Article 43. Article 43 is talking about economic and social rights. Economic and social rights. This is Article 43. Now, I will just read Article 49A and E. Those other clauses, I'll not be able to read them now because of time, for the interest of time, but we also come to read them in other clause A, E, and F. Now, economic and social rights. Every person has the right to the highest attainable and standard of health, which include reproductive health care, and E to social security, and F to education. These are social rights. And what is the meaning of social rights? These are rights that shall and must be granted unto everybody without any favor. This is a must. Is now social means that it is compulsory. These are things that Kenyans should not be denied. But for instance, we have seen discrimination in health, whereby now we have this new how do we call it? This new health, whatever they call sha or she shu, that thing. And we have witnessed cases whereby Kenyans are going to the hospital, but they are not able to get a reproductive health care because they don't have that social health insurance. I think the government should revisit this economic whatever this health insurance this healthcare insurance that they have introduced, for instance. And I think we had what we call NHIF. NHIF to me was doing well because it was for everybody, and anyone could have accessed it according to your wishes. But if you go today to public hospitals, you get there is no drugs, there is no better treatment. They actually, that is now in the public hospitals, we lack what we call reproductive health care, which required and is contemplated in Article 43, and it is a must, because in Article 43 it talks about economic and social rights. These are social rights, and I told you social rights means that these are rights that no Kenyan should be denied. Every Kenyan shall be provided of these economic and social rights, which one has been explained as to highest and attainable standards of health, which include reproductive health care. And now when you come to security, this is where I think we also have a problem, because we have seen many cases of insecurity in the nation, and the government, it seems to be like they are just taking for granted. They are not acting on it. We had several cases of abduction, and actually, talking of the security, we have security organs that are responsible to provide and to ensure that Kenyans are safe and are secure. One of the organs, and I will point out some of those organs, which is a National Police Service. We have NIS, which is a National Intelligence Service. We have the DCI, the Director of Criminal of Investigation. And we have the military, we have, and we also have a National Security Council, which is chaired by the President. But we have seen cases whereby police officers, these people who are supposed to protect the people of Kenya, are the one who now are causing insecurity by killing Kenyans and abducting them without proper or constitutional without following the constitution. Now, leaving alone the security, which I talked about yesterday, and I believe that the government shall revisit the healthcare service and also security service. And another part that I would like us to look at is, which is a social right, it is to education. Every Kenyan has a right to education. What it means that Kenyans should be given an adequate environment for them to access education. Education must be accessible in this country. Now, for instance, looking about the new funding model in universities, which was brought by this current administration, it is discriminatory. To me, it is discriminatory, and actually that is when I talked about discrimination in Article 27. I read it out in Article 27. Why am I saying that this is discriminatory? Because now this new fund that has introduced to our universities is putting Kenyans into bands. We have band 1, band 2, band 3, and it is a social right for every Kenyan to access education. And this education, to me, shall be equally to every Kenyan, because it talks about economic and social rights, and every person has the right. And actually in clause 1 of the same article, it says that every person has the right to education. But why now you should put other people to pay more money, others to be denied even an opportunity to access those funds and whatever, and say no? So these are the things that we should be talking about. These are the things that this government is oppressing us. and they will come and lie us, oh, the economy is moving, oh, we have done this, we have done that. If these social rights are violated, Kenyans are denied these social rights, there is nothing much than that. In article, and actually I also, in the spirit of responding to the abductions cases that we have witnessed in the country for the past few months and weeks, in the response of that, I would like to remind the government of the Republic of Kenya to go back to Article 49 of the 2010 Kenyan Constitution and read out from clause 1 to the last. But in the spirit of that, I'll just point out some clause. Oh, actually, yeah, one clause, which is clause 1C. Clause 1C, and I will just point it out because of whatever that happened or transpired the other day in Gigiri police station, whereby the councils were denied even to talk to their client, and also even the brother was denied to give his brother his medication. Now, in the spirit of that response, I would like to respond to the government that clause 1C of Article 49 of the Kenyan Constitution 2010, it says that every person can be given an opportunity to communicate with an advocate and other persons whose assistance is necessary. So it is part of the government jurisdiction to make sure that those Kenyans who are arrested are given their right as required by the law. And in this clause of this in this article, clause 1C, as I said, it says that every Kenyan should be given an opportunity, every arrested person should be given an opportunity to communicate with an advocate. And we saw the other day when the advocates tried to communicate with the arrested person who is a senator for Busia, they were denied. Why? Now, which kind of law were they using to deny them? And it goes on advocate and other persons. It says that other persons whose assistance is necessary. That is what I'd like. And also looking in the same article, clause 1F, it says that, because that I have it in my head and I'll just give you, that every person shall be produced unreasonable before court within 24 hours and not later than 24 hours. But we have seen cases where Kenyans are detained in police custody for about 3-4 days, even to 1 week, without be taken to court. It is just the few months ago, the 3 Bob Njagi were detained in non-communicado for about 3 months. Really? For about 1 month, which was about 30 days, without even being produced to a court of law. What kind of a nation we have today? So I believe that the government should revisit and should look at that. One of the things that I insist to the government, it is to consider Article 43 and to give Kenyans reproductive health care, to make sure that Kenyans have the reproductive health care, and also to make sure that Kenyans have social security. Social security is to make sure that all Kenyans are secure whenever they are. And on the same article, looking at Article 43F, it talks about to make sure that all Kenyans are given education. And I believe these things that we have, the president has the bursary, the governor same, and also the member of parliament. These kind of things, we can bring those all of those bursaries and put them in one basket, and to make sure that we have, and to do free education from primary to secondary. We can even do from primary to secondary free education, so that all Kenyans can access education freely without any further ado. So that spirit, I beg to finish that. But before I finish, I also like to remind you, as much as we are talking about this, we must also remember and consider Article 1. You know, the other day someone told me that I'm insisting on this article in whatever discussion that I speak about constitution and whatever. I must point out Article 1, but it is more important, because reading this article, it says that all sovereign power belongs to the people of Kenya and shall be exercised only in accordance with this constitution. And Article 2 says that the people may exercise their sovereign power either directly or through their democratic elected representative. So that is how important that this article is, and that is why I keep on reminding the people. And also, I also want to remind Kenyans that in Article 33, if you go to Article 33, you will see, and actually on the next video I will be reading out Article 33 and 36 respectively. But for today, I just want to also mention for it, you can just go and read for yourself. Article 33 talks about freedom of expression. That is Article 33. Article 35, access to information. And Article 36, freedom of association. Article 37, it is a common article in the Constitution, whereby it is used by many and many times in many occasions. And Article 37, assembling, demonstrating, picketing, and presenting petitions or memoranda before the state organs. And lastly, you can also go and read Article 38, which is a political rights. And actually we'll have also an opportunity to look at Article 38, so that we may be able to discuss about the political rights, our political rights. Guys, I think for that one I am done with the constitutional provision. But before I end this video, I also want to remind you to come together, to work together as brothers and sisters, and to ensure that we are liberating for this nation, for the good of our future and our future generation. And also to support each other. Like myself, I'd like you to support me, for me to be able to continue with this civic education. You can just support me. You can just even call me for consultation and to engage me. I think I'll give my number, so that you can just call me. You can just call me in 0758 37 11 30, or you can just visit me in my Facebook account. Is Timothy Mapinda. You can go to my TikTok, is Timothy Morara. You can just get me there, and on YouTube you can just get me as Mapinda TV. So let us keep engaging, and we will continue giving more education, civic education to the public, and to try to create that public awareness. Mine is just to urge young people to come together, to put our minds together, and to support those young leaders who are coming out, to make sure that at least we don't ask for a job, but we also make or form those jobs for the sake of our good. I have no more today. I think that is what I have. But I'm preparing my speech. Any soon from now, I may be giving my speech, and keep supporting us in the spirit of revolution, so that we revolutionize this nation. As I said before, my name I'm Timothy Mapinda. I am from Nakuru, and I'm likely to join hand with other good leaders of the goodwill to continue with this liberation of the nation, and to ensure that we have a safe country. Thank you. Goodbye.